Hey there, legendary souls. Welcome to your full moon in Leo reading, and thank you for your patience with this download. The full moon in Leo brought with it, for me, some very much needed rest. And I was super tired the whole week leading up to it. And then, just as I started to feel more restful, I got sick. So I had to keep resting, of course. This full moon in Leo likely brought up some big feelings around what you believe. The moon will be in our collective's, was in our collective's first house of identity and self, but it's in conversation with the highest point in the chart, the MC, which was in Aries. And that's in the ninth house. So it's a lot about what we believe. So if you believe, we're going to talk about two sets of belief. If you believe that things are working out for you, even if you don't always know how, and you have allowed yourself to consistently release the expectation of needing to know, this full moon was probably pretty easy. Restful, playful, joyful even. On the flip side, if you believe that the whole world is out to get you, the whole world is burning, including your own world, that things never work out for you, and that everything is horrible and hard, this full moon illuminated these beliefs and brought up lots of feelings of dis-ease, probably having you feeling haunted by an overbearing and bossy inner critic and a deeply vulnerable and highly reactive, wounded inner child. Now, let's dive in. If the latter feels true for you, let's take a deep breath. You survived. I'm hoping that your nervous system is feeling a bit more regulated now that it's a few days out from the full moon. Know that Leo energy may be an energy that you just kind of have trouble understanding at this time in your life. It may be an energy that you judge. It may be an energy that you have felt harmed by or hindered by. All of that, all the past experiences that you've had with Leo energy kind of will color your experience of this full moon, especially with what it is that you believe at this time. What could it be like to honor your inner child's wounds and your inner critic's harshness by responding with a little less reactivity and a little more affection? It might sound way off base to show care to these parts of you and to your inner world that may feel like they're bullying you, but they are parts of you. And you deserve sweetness and tenderness and care and affection. On some level, you know this, and you might be seeking it out from other people. You might be longing for it from others. And there will be people to offer this to you and to share this love with you. And there probably already are people that can offer you kindness, the kind of kindness that you require in your life today. But this full moon likely reminded you that other people's first priority is them and not you. And as painful as that may feel, and remember, and to sit with, as angry as it might make you, you're actually not really meant to be anyone else's first priority if you are beyond the age of being a minor. And it's this deep longing for, oftentimes, the care that we didn't receive as children, the care that we didn't receive as teenagers, the care that we didn't receive as young adults, that can bring out a deep-seated type of rage around what we feel that we deserve today. The kicker is that you do deserve it. The unfortunate part is your parents or guardians or the adults in your life were unable or unwilling or incapable of giving it to you in the ways that you needed. And it actually isn't the responsibility of any lover that you take on, of any friend, doesn't matter how close they are to you, to do the work that your parents didn't. If you haven't heard this before, sit with it. Just sit with it. Because it took me years to understand that, and it took me more years to accept it as truth. Maybe it'll take less time for you. I will say, though, that from lived experience, truly the only way that you get this type of healing that you might be longing for from another person, where you are their first priority or a very high priority, is if you have an explicit agreement with someone to be loved on or cared for, or to have a dynamic, especially like if it includes kink or something like that, to have a dynamic that will be healing for you in this way. From lived experience, though, I will say this type of dynamic is most sustainable if you are also your first priority. Because you don't want to go without anymore. So when the dom, or when the friend, or when the lover, or when the mentor is unavailable, as they will be, because people are people. And people's first priority is meant to be themselves, I believe, at this time in my life. But when they are unavailable, as they inevitably will be at some point, even if they try their best to be there for you at every stage that you need and want, you don't want to go without. So, if you give to yourself as well, in the in-between times when people are sparse, doing their own thing, taking care of themselves, you will still have the care that you need. This that I'm describing, all of these layers, may be why this time feels so difficult and disorienting, and why your parts are clamoring for your attention. If you get quiet for a moment, if you notice that this is happening, breathe deeply. Try to arrive in the present moment as best as you can. And if you can, do something that you find fun, just for a little bit. And when you come back to your critic, and when you come back to your inner child, ask them, what do they need from you? And then sit and listen for their answer. They may need attention, affection, curiosity, rest. They may need play, compassion. They may need to cry and just have you be there with them. They may need your presence because they feel really alone and neglected. Leo is all about attention, and they garner it even when they're not looking to. So often that means that they're judged pretty harshly and usually very misunderstood. If this Leo full moon was difficult for you, there's something about yourself or some things about yourself that you are deeply judging and you are misunderstanding. Remember, unless someone is actively bullying you, you are likely your own worst critic. Or it's an internalized version of the bullies that you had. And a bully can be anybody. It can be a parent, it could be a friend, it could be a frenemy, it can be an acquaintance. A bully could be a teacher, bully can be anybody. So first, expand your thought just a little bit. Ask yourself, who does that critic sound like? When was that other time that you felt like this deeply wounded and vulnerable inner child? And like everyone was out to get you and nothing was working out for you. When else was that happening in your life? And if you can pinpoint a time frame, a grade, a context in your life, you're also going to be able to find the voice of that bully. Ask yourself what you wish you would have said to them, or what you wish someone could have stepped in to do for you. And then offer that to yourself. If you wish that somebody was like, you know what, bully, shut up. I'm fine. You don't have to judge me. I'm just walking here. I'm just living my life. Then that's the kind of stuff you need to say to your inner critic. You know what, inner critic? No, I'm not going to listen to that. I hear what you're saying, but I don't agree. Disagree with your inner critic if you need to. There's nothing wrong with that. And for your inner child, this really vulnerable part of you, you gotta love on that little baby, because that's you. That's you. That's the most tender, most vulnerable part of you. That is a part of you that you wish a lover would look into your eyes and see the pain that is held within and love on you so deeply. Give it to yourself. Self-nurture is the way through. Set your bullies free by being a little less reactive. Find some cynical humor to take the edge off the critique. Tend to your inner child. Draw yourself a bath or cook yourself something yummy. Watch something cute. Self-nurture is the way through. Now, for my folks that have moved through this former cycle for the time being and are in a season of life where inner peace and more self-trust and higher levels of confidence abound, let's first clap for y'all. Okay, so my connection to my people in a post-colonial Nigeria actually has space for applause in the classroom when someone gets the answer right. They'll say something like, "Clap for them," and the class will clap 3 times. My version, as a Nigerian American, is to give you a loud ass round of applause. So, hold for applause, probably be pretty loud. You have fucking done it. You are freaking doing it. I'm so proud of you. Whether we've met or we haven't, I'm just really freaking proud of you. I just feel like I want to squeeze you in the tightest hug and give you the warmest and the biggest smile. You are doing it. You have practiced over and over and over again being kind to yourself, letting yourself rest, taking deep breaths, being curious with what's coming up for you, even the more shadowy things, especially the more shadowy things, and sharing vulnerably with trusted others, doing the work of finding out who your friends are and deepening those connections. Right now, maybe you're surrounded by a community of people who love you and respect you for you. Or you have this really deep sense of peace that one day you're going to meet your soul family and you're going to meet your soul tribe when the timing is just right. And right now, you're thoroughly enjoying your hermit season. I really don't have too much to say to you in the way of advice. I just have joy and celebration as a Leo full moon wants to give. What I will say is hold your head high when you walk. Bring your shoulders back. Open your heart to the world. Consider this week part of your initiation into your sovereignty. You know how some people get the opportunity to be raised in castles or on expansive estates that they may one day inherit themselves? You know how some people are part of communities that value etiquette and things like cotillion? If this wasn't your reality in the past, consider this week your initiation into holding yourself like that was your reality. You're moving with so much regalness, with so much sovereignty, with so much more than ever before. And sometimes your confidence is quiet. And sometimes it's bold and loud. And you're starting to make way more sense to yourself. And you're just enjoying being in your own company. Healing is looking good, feeling good, and sounding so good on you. Enjoy it. And stay tuned, This year has a lot in store for you. From your super proud, unconventional counselor, keep it up. All right, I'll catch you in the future. Continue to take really, really good care of you. Peace, and until soon. Bye.